we go. Expert dash for cash on the line. 5 points to win, 4 for second, 3 for third, 2 for fourth, 1 point for fifth, and a $1,000 bill goes to our winner. RPMs are high, a long light this time. Here we go. Sammy Halbert from the outside. Bonzi has problems with the number 80 bike. He will go to the inside. Dash for cash is done. Tough break for Stevie Bonzi. Down the back straightaway, it is slamming Sammy Halbert. Here comes Jake Johnson. Jake looks pretty hungry today on the number 5 bike. 7, 5, then I believe it's the 9. Single digits, previous champions. Here they come off of 4. Sammy Halbert, Jake Johnson, Jared Meese, they're all right there, nose to tail. Here comes Johnson up the inside, says, I'll take it. No, he just about steps off the motorcycle. He gets it woed down, but goes from first to fourth. He had such a drive into turn number 1, got off the groove. Now Meese just about comes off the motorcycle off of turn number 2. Jared Meese just about stepped off the bike off of turn number 2. That's allowing Sammy Halbert to pull away. It is Halbert, Meese, Baker right there in the 3rd spot. Coolbeth in 4th. Jake Johnson in the 5th spot. Look at all the single digits out there on the racetrack. All these riders, previous champions here in AMA Pro Grand National Flat Track. Now Meese puts his head down. Here he comes. He's caught up to Halbert. Johnson puts his head back down. He comes up to takes over the 3rd spot. Baker goes off the groove. Baker says, I'm going to pull it in. Baker puts the number 1 in to the pit area, and it looks like he is not too happy. I don't know what happened, but Baker is a little bit fired up on the number 1. It's Halbert back out front. Last lap. Coolbeth back there deep in the field. Here's the battle for the lead. Baker still mad at himself, possibly in the infield. Here they come off of 4. It's Halbert trying to hang on to the win. Here comes Meese. Meese getting the drive. Does come up just a little bit short, so slamming Sammy Halbert takes the dash for cash win. What a great 4-lap race. There's a lot of stuff going on in that one. Johnson just about had the lead. He stepped off, just about got off the motorcycle down here in turns 1 and 2. Lost a lot of time. I don't know what happened to Baker, but he is a little upset as he takes the bike back to the pit area, and hackers start scratching his head. They take a look at the backup motorcycle, and something happened to the primary bike for the number 1. Here comes your dash for cash winner, ladies and gentlemen, slamming Sammy Halbert on the 7. He's going to go to the victory podium. Me and my partner, Jared Meese, 2nd, Coolbeth 3rd, Jake Johnson 4th, Brad Baker 5th, and Stevie Bonzi did not quite make it off the starting line. He will get credited for 6th place.
So I got to ask you, Knoxville, how'd you like that half mile? That is good stuff right there. Scotty pointed out 5 of those 6 riders are single-digit riders, meaning they are former champions of this sport, including this man right here, national number 7, ladies and gentlemen, won the 4-lap 6-rider dash for cash. Give it up for Sammy Halbert. Wow, Sammy, that was a good show early. Then you just kind of got out there and snuck away from him.
Yeah, I got a good start. Felt awesome to get a good start on this Southeast Harley-Davidson White's Harley XR 750. We made a change before that dash. It seemed to be working really well. Feels awesome to come out here and get those 5 points. This is not the type of track that really comes naturally to me. So from the beginning of the day, I was off, and I just kind of got better every time I hit the track. So this is the type of track I have to work hard to be good at. But we'll go to Lima next week, and I'll kick all their asses.
It ain't over here today either, Sammy.
That's right. I'm having fun. I think I got a shot at this.
He says, I got a shot, ladies and gentlemen. How many people think slamming Sammy Halbert's got a shot at a win here at Knoxville today? So Sammy Halbert will enjoy a momentary victory of one racing.
Expert semis. Here is your starting lineup for Expert Semi number 1.
Semi number 1 for our experts on the first pick on the front row from Bergen, New York, number 82, Jeremy Higgins. In the number 2 starting spot from Willow Street, Pennsylvania, 25A, Shayna Texter. From Godfrey, Illinois, number 23, Jeffrey Carver Jr. From Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, 32, Sean Bear. From Salinas, California, 14, Briar Bauman. Up next from Attica, New York, 96B, Cody Johncox. From Manhattan, Kansas, 88G, Kent Briggs. 89, Evan Bear. 69F, Ben Evans. 49, Chad Coase. 46, Aaron Linfors. And the 65, Corey Texter, who was a no-show in the heat race. Doesn't look like he's going to start this one either. This is our expert semifinal top 3, and 3 riders only to the main event. Everybody else will come back in Lima, Ohio in just 2 weeks. So last Saturday in June, the Lima, Ohio National. They're getting them staged up and ready to go. This is our expert semi number 1. Top 3 riders will all continue on for the day. Everybody else will put them in the haulers. Lining them up. That's Daryl Brentlinger back there putting the 96B back there on the penalty line. Not sure if he was late to staging or what happened, but he's back there on row number 3. Here we go. Expert semifinal number 1. Top 3 to the main event. 10-second board. It's up. It's already down. Keep your eyes on Shayna Texter. She's looking for her first ever Grand National Expert main event. She needs to finish in the top 3 spots if she's going to do it. Here we go. They are off. It's Briar Bauman from the outside. Higgins takes over second. Carver in the third spot momentarily. Shayna Texter comes up to third. Now she's in fourth. Carver ducks down to the inside, takes over the third spot. Shayna Texter, she gets in line back in the fourth spot. Now she's sliding back just a little bit. It is Briar Bauman out front. This is Expert Semi number 1. There's one more Expert Semi. And then we'll be ready for our main events, ladies and gentlemen. It is Bauman out front. Jeremy Higgins in the 2 spot. Carver right there in third. Shayna Texter fourth. The Bear brothers back there. Evan takes over the 5th spot, away from his older brother, Sean. Kawasaki mounted rider leads him off of turn number 2. That is 14. That is Briar Bauman right there in the lead from Salinas, California. Here comes the second place rider, still the 82, Jeremy Higgins. Look at Shayna Texter. She's trying really hard on that factory triumph. She's got Jeffrey Carver right there in her sights. Remember, top 3 to the main event. Shayna is the odd rider out as they come off of 2. Shayna gets a little bit of wheel spin, loses a little bit of ground once again. Here they come off of 4. It's still Bauman at the point. That is Briar Bauman, Jeremy Higgins. Here comes Shayna Texter up the inside. She's now in a transfer, ladies and gentlemen. Shayna Texter, she loves this racetrack as she's now gone up to the 3rd spot. This is where she won her first ever professional Grand National, was right here some 4 years ago, I believe. Shayna goes up to the 3rd spot. Slide Carver back to 4th. It is Briar Bauman. That's Shayna's boyfriend out front. We got Jeremy Higgins in the sandwich. Higgins on the 82 bike. First time he's thrown a leg over this motorcycle. He's in second. Shayna is right there. Jeffrey Carver now the odd rider out. Evan Bear back in 5th. And in 6th is Sean Bear as the leader goes down the back chute. Kevin Clark, our flagman, pulls out the furled white and the furled green. We got a guest flagman up here in the grandstands pulling them out too at the same time. Halfway flags are in the air for the 9, the 82, and a 25A. We are halfway through semifinal number 1. Shayna looking for her first ever expert main event. It could happen right here today. I know her grandparents are here. Her grandpa's actually in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum right on the backside over there in turn number 2. She's looking to make some more history for her own record books. Here comes your leader. It's Bauman out front. Higgins right there in the 2 spot. Shayna's looking for some more. She thought about taking the inside away from Higgins. She elects to back off just a little bit here in this semi. It is Bauman, Higgins, Shayna Texter, Jeffrey Carver right there in the 4th spot. Then we got Bear and Bear, Evan and Sean battling deeper in the field. John Cox, Linfords, Briggs, Evans, Coase, and Texters, how they went across the line. It is Briar Bauman, Jeremy Higgins, 1 and 2. Shayna Texter right there in the 3rd spot. 2 Kawasaki's leading the triumph. Jeffrey Carver shown here today on a Kawasaki also. Bauman hanging on to the Warner Racing Kawasaki right up there in front. Monster Energy Kawasaki. Still holding on to the lead. The legendary tuner himself, Bill Warner. This is his racing program out front. 2 laps to go. Shayna takes a look up the inside one more time. She backs off. She knows she's in a transfer spot right now. May not want to risk taking over that 2nd position, and she doesn't know exactly how far away her competitor is behind her. Down the backside, Shayna is right there looking for some more in 3rd. She wants to take over 2nd. Next time by, the white flag is going to fly. It is still Briar Bauman out front. 2nd is Jeremy Higgins. Shayna Texter, if she can hang on for one more half mile, she'll go to her first ever expert main event, and she'll have a national number next year. This is only her 2nd career expert start. Her first one was at Springfield, and she did not make the main event here, but she can hang on for one more corner. She will go to the main event. Here they come off of 4. Her boyfriend's going to try to lead him to the checkered flag, and here he comes. It is Briar Bauman will take the win. Higgins a 2nd, and Shayna Texter goes to her first ever Grand National Expert main event. There's her boyfriend right in front of her. I wonder if he even knows right now if she's in. We'll figure that out. We'll have Barry ask that question, I'm sure. They got a thumbs up from boyfriend and girlfriend back down the backside. Ladies and gentlemen, Briar Bauman takes the win on the Kawasaki by .088 seconds over Jeremy Higgins. The New York rider comes in second, and Shayna Texter makes her first ever Grand National Expert main event. She will have a national number next year. Shayna Texter is your third and final transfer. Jeffrey Carver, Evan Bear, Sean Bear, Cody John Cox, Aaron Linfers, Kent Briggs, Ben Evans, Chad Coase, and Corey Texter round out your field. Here comes Shayna's boyfriend, Briar Bauman, picking up the win.
He has arrived on the scene, Scotty, no doubt about it. Briar is here. He has won the Expert Semi #1, putting the Monster Energy Kawasaki in the main event for Werner Springfield. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Briar Bauman. Briar, I don't know if you know this or not, but Shayna's in her first Expert main this afternoon.
Man, pulling up to the line, all I could think was, I better get the whole shot and pull puck. 'Cause if she hits me, it's going to be a long ride home, so I don't think she'll do it. But, yeah, no, I'm proud of her. She's worked really hard and come over a lot. But right now we're just focusing on our program, working on what we can do to be better, and just see how far we can move forward in the main.
You're in the main, going to be third row, but you proved you've got a good motorcycle under you, and you apparently are doing well here at Knoxville.
Yeah, I can't thank Bill Warner enough. You know, I really wouldn't have anything this year if it wasn't for him. And, you know, he kind of went out on a limb to help me out and has really done a great job. The bike's working great. And, you know, each week we just focus on doing all 25 in the main event. So hopefully we do that today, and just can't thank him enough and the whole team.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how about sending this young man off to the main event, Knoxville style? Give it up for Briar Bauman.
Following this one, our 18-rider Expert main event field will be completed. This is how they will start Expert Semi #2.
Last qualifying race of the day. Last year's Saddleman Rookie of the Year is the 55. Jake Shoemaker is right there on the point. 93X Danny Kelch made the main at Springfield. He pulls up second from Standish, Michigan. 15, Nicole Meese from Clio, Michigan is in the third spot. D-Rod, Dustin Crow from Peoria, Illinois pulls the 61 up there in the fourth starting spot. Starting fifth will be the 23F Jeffrey Lowry from St. Louisville, Ohio. And last rider on the front row, they call him Dougie Fresh from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. That is Doug Lawrence, number 73. Row number 2, 47G Colt Shabolts, 68 Josh Cook, 28P Michael Bickerton, 21 Duke Erickson, and rounding out your field, 81G, that is Brett Souders from Bethany, Oklahoma. Here we go, last qualifying race of the day. After this, we have 2 main events. Bikes go into gear. We'll watch the Christmas tree once again. I can't see it from way up here in the announcer's booth. RPMs are up. They're getting ready to turn them loose. RPMs come up once again. Watch the Christmas tree. Clutches are out, and they are off. It is Jeffrey Lowry getting a hole shot. Now Dougie Fresh takes things over. That's Doug Lawrence. Number 73 goes to the head of the class. Lawrence is going to lead him off for turn number 2. That's Jeffrey Lowry, number 23F. He's got his provisional start card here today. He moves up to second. Now here comes Jake Shoemaker. Shoemaker slides on through on the 55 bike. Shoemaker takes over second. We got Jeffrey Lowry in third. Danny Kelch in the fourth spot. It is Doug Lawrence. Jake Shoemaker. Shoemaker goes up the inside. Hang on. Shoemaker looks pretty hungry. Remember, he's the rider crashed off of turn number 2 in practice and went down the back straightaway a little bit. Now Lowry's losing a lot of ground. Not sure what happened to Jeffrey Lowry over there in 1 and 2, but he goes from up in the front back to 5th now. Leader's going to bring him off of 4. It is Jake Shoemaker, number 55, Doug Lawrence, 73, Danny Kelch, 93X. Nicole Meese is right there. We're looking to put 2 females in the main event, and Nicole needs to pick up 1 more spot. Got Tim Humphreys back at home watching Danny Kelch. That's his boy right there in the third spot. So they go down the back straightaway. It is still Jake Shoemaker, last year's Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags Rookie of the Year. National number 55 is at the point. Second is the 73, Doug Lawrence. Third, Danny Kelch. Fourth is the racing lady. That is Nicole Meese, who married Jared Meese last year at the Springfield Mile. Meese has an opening. Kelch slipped up just a little bit. Now they're nose to tail for second, third, and fourth. It's Doug Lawrence in second, Kelch in third, Nicole Meese in the fourth spot. Doug Lawrence leaves it on a little bit longer down there in turns number 3, gets a little bit of breathing room. Shoemaker's starting to break away just a little bit. It is Shoemaker. by quite a few bike lengths back to Doug Lawrence, Danny Kelch, Nicole Meese on the 15 bike. Black Hills Harley Davidson Wrecking Crew. Now battle for second. Danny Kelch comes up the inside, takes over second. And here comes Nicole Meese. She comes on through with. Doug Lawrence leaves it on a little bit longer. He says, I don't think so. I don't want to get beat by a girl. Here comes Nicole back up the inside. Nicole Meese takes over third spot. Good riding out there. A couple of my good friends right there battling for third and fourth place. Doug Lawrence gets a little bit off the groove, gets a little impatient. Now he drops back to fourth. He needs to get one more spot back. Halfway, flags are in the air. Last qualifying race of the afternoon. It is Shoemaker, Kelch, Nicole Meese, and Doug Lawrence, your top four. Those riders have broken away from everybody else. Behind them is Dustin Crow, Bickerton, Shaboltz, Lowry, and Erickson. Right now it's Jake Shoemaker. His career best finish was a second at Hagerstown, Maryland last year in his rookie season. And it looks like second place starting to catch up to our leader just a little bit. Sometimes some riders have trouble leading the race. Watch Doug Lawrence. He's back on the rear wheel of Nicole Meese, battling for that third and fourth spot. Here they come off of four. It is Shoemaker, Danny Kelch, Nicole Meese right there in the third spot. Doug Lawrence needs to settle down just a little bit, get back up there one more spot. Shaboltz takes over the fifth spot away from D-Rod. Dustin Crow, Bickerton right there in the seventh spot. Down the back straightaway, Kelch is caught up to the leader, ladies and gentlemen. He's showing you that last race at Springfield was no fluke, as he's trying to make it back-to-back main events on the 93X. Shoemaker and Kelch, 1 and 2. Nicole Meese is right there. 2 laps to go for the lead. 4 riders have come across the start-finish line already. Kelch is right there behind Shoemaker. Kelch gets the drive off of 2. Shoemaker might have had some wheel spin. Kelch sits up early going into 3. Shoemaker's going to go just a little bit wide. Here comes Kelch looking up the inside. Danny Kelch says, let me win this thing. White flag's going to fly this time by. It is Shoemaker, Kelch, Nicole Meese right there in the third spot. Fourth. Oh, there goes Nicole goes down. Nicole goes down in the middle of 1 and 2. Looks like she's up and sitting down, so the bike's barely off the groove. Checkered flag's going to fly next time by. So Nicole Meese says, steps off the motorcycle. She appears to be okay. Checkered flag's going to fly for the leader. Here comes the win. Danny Kelch trying to pull it off, but it's going to be Shoemaker, Kelch, and Doug Lawrence. Tough break for Nicole Meese. Watch out, Danny. Woo! That was close. So Nicole Meese laying up against the air fence over there. She kind of low-sided. Didn't look like she went down very hard, but again, they're going 90, 100 miles an hour right there in the middle of 1 and 2. A couple more bikes taking the checkered flag. That was a tough break for Nicole Meese right there. She stepped off the motorcycle in the middle of 1 and 2. Congratulations goes out to Jake Shoemaker, your winner. He'll be headed to the podium. That's last year's Rookie of the Year. Danny Kelch on the 93X second. Doug Lawrence is your third and final transfer. Colt Shaboltz, Michael Bickerton, Dustin Crow, Duke Erickson, Jeffrey Lowry, Brett Souders, Nicole Meese, and Josh Cook round out your field. So they're getting Nicole checked out. We'll get back to her in just a second. Shoemaker is back to the victory podium and my partner.
Yeah, he's arrived. He's going to shut off this Montgomeryville Cycle Center Kawasaki, take these road racing gloves off and remove this Arai helmet, and he's going to join us on top of the box. Made the trip from Glenmore, Pennsylvania on the Montgomery Cycle Center Kawasaki, and he's done it. He has put the thing in the main event. He's going to be way back on that third row. But ladies and gentlemen, he has definitely earned your applause here today. Give it up for national number 55, Jake Shoemaker. Jake, great race, great job. Man, this is a hard, long way to have to do it, all the way through the expert semi, but congratulations, you're in the main.
Thank you. It's really nice to be in the main event, not to dig that provisional start card out. And just been fighting a little bit of chassis setup. Things got too much traction, so I don't really have that too much, but going to make some changes for the main event, and I made it a lot better for the semi, so I know which direction I'm going now. And it stinks to have to go through the semi. I was really feeling good in qualifying and kind of had a pretty good heat race and ended up getting 5th. So it's really nice to put it in the main event and not have to do anything special. And it's got a long road cut out for me, that 25 laps going from the third row.
Yep, fortunately it is a long race and giving you some time to work your way up. How's the track doing? Is it coming to you? Are you liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, that semi, I think I heard somebody behind me the last part of the race and started charging harder and harder in the corner, and the bike kept taking it going in, and just a little bit coming out, changing some things. But the track's good, though. Can't thank Knoxville Speedway enough for putting on a great race, especially in a day like this. I mean, everyone has their skeptics coming out to a day race in a clay half mile, but the track's phenomenal. I couldn't thank you guys enough, and all you fans out there for coming out and supporting us. Without you fans, we wouldn't be here.
Jake Shoemaker, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, I know there's some people you want to say thanks to on your team.
Yeah, I just want to thank my Garnerville Cycle Center, Penske Suspension, Rye Helmets, Vortex Sprockets, CV4, Excelodyne, Evans Coolant, webcams. Woody Kyle's here. He helps me a bunch. All my other sponsors, Motion Pro, Pro Plates, Weisco, everyone in the pits, all the racers here, the AMA, and especially my girlfriend and my daughter, unfortunately, weren't able to come out to this race, but they're back home supporting me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of the rising stars now that he's an expert. Give it up one more time for national number 55, Jake Shoemaker.